Hi friends, this is a topic which I chosen for to take the seminar about what is generic and what are the roles in generic and C sharp and how it defines and how it's are called the parameters are called to the main method and what are the functions to be implemented in our sample code, and these are the basic information about generics and generic methods are displayed over here. Just look on to this. Now let's involve into the topic. Generics. Normally, what generics means what about C sharp in the side of C sharp. Generic is a class which allows the user to define classes and methods with the placeholder. What does mean you by placeholder? Placeholder means in which place the generics are implemented in your sample code. Use define classes and methods. There are two way to define generics in our program. The basic idea behind using generic is to allow type. What are the type? Integer, string, any of the data type that we can use in the generic methods can allow to use in a sample code for which to be parameter to methods, classes and interface. What are these methods, class, interface which are used to implement the data types which we have used in integer, string, float or any other type, in which we have to implement the data types into the methods. We have to implement the methods or classes or interfaces or main methods, anything, anytime we can implement it from there. And third point is it will be a generic prior to the version 2.0 of a C sharp language. In the version of 2.0, the generic method was introduced to C sharp and the properties and methods are over here. So this is the small way of projecting how what is generics. And now is what is generic methods. I just explain what is generic and this is generic methods. C sharp also provides generic methods. Yeah, we can create a method which differ the parameter data type until the method is called. This is very important. Until the method is called, parameter data type will be create a method of parameter data type. Parameter data type means what? Previously, we have seen what the data type, integers, string, any of the data type, which has a parameterized data type, which means it will be enclosed in less than greater than symbol. This is the type, and in C sharp, how we will call it as type parameters. So third point will be displayed here. These parameters are called type parameters. That means we can pass the actual data type later. We can pass the actual data type. Where we can pass into interfaces, classes, main methods. So we can pass the actual data type later by the name called type parameters. So the third point mentioned like this. These parameters are called type parameters. Which parameters are called type parameters? The parameter data type. The parameter data types are also called as type parameters in C sharp generic methods that we can pass the actual data type later. Next side is example sample data. I just taken the swapping of two numbers, very basic example. So I just taken up the example for to you explain. First static void swap method name. The T represent, I said that parameter is data type with the symbol of less than greater than symbol. Input on with the parameter is data type T. We also call it as type parameter. Inside the curly brace, we have the normal process of swapping the numbers, which are temporary variable assigning and temp to input to input to input to input to the normal process of swapping the variable. Now right side is a main function, static void main function. In first equal to 4, we have initialized the number first equal to 4, second equal to 5, swap. In the what is this line? Swap int of reference first comma reference second. This is a calling. This is a calling method. In this slide, we can say that type parameters, that means we can pass the actual type data. So the passing is done here. Swap int of in the int is already it's called as a parameterized data type int. First reference second. So these 4 and 5 are passed to the method called void swap of t. It will be replaced by input 1 and input 2. Then it will be swapped. Then it will be again come to the main method. Then it will be printed. So these are the sample example about how it works generic methods in C sharp. So here I've just mentioned that what the program's done, has done. We have declared a swap generic method. In the method, we have declared a type argument after the method name tc. I have said that After a void swap the method name, there's a T. This is called a type argument. T is the type argument. In the main method, we pass a swap method in data type argument. That means we can only pass the parameters of int types, because we have mentioned here as a swap int of. So we have to pass only the parameters of int type. We declare two int parameters and part into swap method. That's it. Now, what is generic methods and generic classes? Generic method type parameters hides the type parameter of generic classes. CLR means clear, will not issue any warnings. When it will you clear any warnings? When we use the same type parameter name with both the generic method and generic class. When we can use if you can use int of in both the generic method and generic classes, CLR will not issue any warnings or any errors. This is the main advantage of generic classes. Now the sample example for generic classes. So public class helper, just a class name. In that way, I have mentioned one method name called void method input. Console write of input. Here I have mentioned hello. So it is a string parameterized data type. Okay, it's hello. In the main method helper, I am just creating object helper int helper is equal new helper of int. I am creating an object for the above mentioned has a helper dot method. I am just calling just string of hello. Here I have mentioned string. Why? Because in that method the I have mentioned is console dot write line of hello. Input is hello. Hello means a string. So we have mentioned here is helper dot method of string hello. Then the result will be produces hello. That's it. That's it. This is a generic class. So as usual, this is an example of this is an overview of an example. We have taken the same type parameter name which is used by generic class. In the main method, we have passed the int type argument helper class. In the method, we have passed the string argument. So this is all the clear-cut example definition about the previous example. Now, generic overloaded methods. It also contains overloading. We all know what is overloading, function overloading, operator overloading. The same way, this is generic overloading methods. The examples are static void swap of t. This is type argument t of input. The second name is t comma u, also have 2. So t input comma u input 2 and also called pre static void swap of t u w, t input 1, t u input 2, w input 3. These are some basic information about to tell that generic also have the overloading methods and also have the overloading functions. And the method constraints, every functions or every method has its own constraints. Here also generic methods also has its own constraints. That is, constraints or validations on type arguments, which type of parameters we can pass in generic method. These are some constraints. What is that? Where T structure, it in structure means type argument must be a value type. T class means the type argument must be of reference type. We have reference, I have just mentioned it in the example. T new of when a type must be a public parameterized construction. Public parameter construction. Why we have mentioned it a public parameter construction? So that we can create object to the main class with the inheritance. Base class, T base class, type argument must inherit. Just now I said that type argument must be inherit from the base class. So inheritance concept also included in this. T interface, type argument must be implemented for interface. On the first slide I mentioned it that parameterized data type also to be used from methods, interfaces and classes. So that's all the conditions will be displayed here. T comma u. There are two arguments T and U. T must be inherited from U. That is, T must be in T is in the base class and U is in the derivative class. So, U must be inherited from U. These are the basic information about the generic constraints. And just this is an example. You can go through the example which we can generic constraint, method constraints. Example for each one of this. Then we have come to the conclusion. Generic class and generic methods are the great tools of C# programmers. Yeah, it's a common fact. With both, we can create generic classes and methods which we can work with any data type, so that it has a great advantage in this. Thank you.